Welcome to Crypto for the Rest of Us, 6 days a week, tip, tool, or coin analysis. Today we're going to go through artificial intelligence crypto. I always have to say I'm invested in some of these, and I'm just a big dumb animal. Informational purposes only, don't do what I say. Okay, everything's going to be my opinion. My opinion is that I know that I love artificial intelligence crypto as well as real world assets. So what I did was I took a look at the top crypto list for artificial intelligence. As you can see on CoinMarketCap under AI, they list them by market cap, which is total circulating coins, not fully diluted, times the current price. Went through the top 10, then back down around the next 10. We've got through about the top 20. I may do more, but I'm going to tell you my quick analysis of each one because I have a video in the description below, videos of each one of these individually, probably a handful of, probably about half of what we're going to discuss today. And I'll give you the price predictions of the ones. I'll tell you who I think is AI, who I think isn't AI. And I lump the AI into 3 categories. Do they have an application, like a chat bot, something you're working with? Do they provide infrastructure, like back-end GPU or DPIN, NVIDIA GPUs, that sort of thing? Or are they trying to create, I should say, open-sourced AI? Okay, so I put them into those 3 categories. Now, on CoinMarketCap, I think it's a little frustrating, but I guess I understand why they originally did it. They put AI and big data together. AI and big data. So some of these aren't AI specific. So that's what we're going to get into. Let's start, and we're just going to go down the list. Now, first off, we're going to start with Near Protocol is here at the top. In my opinion, it's a layer 1. It doesn't have anything specific to artificial intelligence. I like it as a layer 1. I actually invested in it. I think I did a 3x to 4x, $18 to $24. The price predictions I'm going to give you and you're going to see here are ones that I did based on when I originally made the video, so the prices could change. Next up is ASI, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. Should be ASA, but they call it ASI, and that is it's FET for Fetch. As you probably know, 3 merged: Singularity.net, Ocean, and Fetch.ai. They've merged together. They're coming together under the ASA, and what they provide, at least from the Fetch perspective, is they have the agents, the artificial intelligence agents. I think they're brilliant. They have an example on their website. You can take a look at them. I think this is a 10x coin. I own this one as well. I'm looking for a $15 price target. Could be quite a bit more. And if they execute the way I think they're going to execute, and based on those 3 coming together, they have an amazing group of individuals from those 3 companies. And so I look at them as a real long-term one, as I do next up Render. Render, created by their parent company. Their parent company has the software for creating the modeling and whatnot. But when you go to actually create your final rendering, you either need to have all of the computational power or you go out to the network, and that's why they created Render, to create a network of these GPUs, the NVIDIA ones, the A100s, the H100s. Let's call those the enterprise level, the more expensive ones, the faster ones. So they have a network of the computational GPUs. So to me, that is AI infrastructure because they're providing those enterprise level GPUs from NVIDIA. My price target was 2x to 5x, which would be $15 to $35 at the time I did it. I guess it makes more sense to look at the dollar values, not so much the multiples depending upon what today's price is. Then if we go down to, let's see, BitTensor, decentralized machine learning. What's interesting about BitTensor is that they have a model where you're either teaching and you're creating value because you're teaching the model and you are paid in those TAO tokens for your value if other people want to utilize it. So then you've got the people who are utilizing the models and they pay to use them, and others are paid to create them. I guess theoretically, the more yours is used, the more value it's providing, the more you're going to get paid. So they're incentivizing the network of teaching decentralized AI. I said 2x to 4x, 638 to 1296. I think it's an interesting model if it works, but if it doesn't catch on, then they end up with nothing, just from a 10,000 foot view. Next, Injective. Injective is really a layer 1 for DeFi. I'm just going to skip it. Nothing that I can see very specific to AI. The Graph. The Graph also. The Graph is interesting. I did invest in it. I see the Graph purely as big data. Doesn't have anything specific to AI. It provides the indexing and the querying of big data, which, as you know from companies like Splunk and others, which have incredible market caps and are providing very valuable services. Everyone's got all this data they've been creating for years. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to organize it. They don't know how to query it. They don't know how to have some smart intelligence to make decisions off of it. So I like the graph for that reason, but that's not AI. Then we've got AKT. They are essentially cloud computing, and they have an NVIDIA infrastructure with A100s, H100s, enterprise level, and then more of the academia, smaller business, the 3090s and 4090s. I wasn't as interested in them from what I could see as I am on some of these two others that I'm going to talk to you about in a bit in terms of providing that. They're more of a DePIN. Okay, then we've got Rose or Oasis. They're a layer 1 DeFi, gaming, and Ethereum virtual machines. Don't really see them as specific to AI. Then we have AIOZ. Now, AIOZ network, I did a video on these as well. Essentially, DePIN, this was the one where when we took a look at it, at least from what I could see, they've got some AI offerings that's on the roadmap. It was supposed to be completed, but it still shows as coming soon. And they're creating a DePIN AI ecosystem, theoretically allowing you to store AI data sets, as you can see here, train AI models, build DApps. So they will have an offering through their DePIN system specifically to AI, but I don't see it yet at the moment. Next up, let's see, is that going to make the top 10? I think ends with Gollum. Gollum is an AI infrastructure, DePIN computing power. Okay, they mention AI, nothing really specific. So they're an AI infrastructure, decentralized physical infrastructure. Now we're going to go down. That's the top 10 that we went through. Arkham is not really, I'm just going to go through these next 10, jump around. Arkham uses AI to create the data they show you in their modeling, but there's not an AI specific one. Origin Trail, AI powered semantic search. To me, that's very interesting. I'm going to say these next three I may do videos on because I want to dive in a little more. It's Origin Trail, and then the PAL. I'm going to jump down here to PAL AI because they're also creating the AI bots. I'll look at PAL, Origin Trail, and then Cubic for the AI training tasks, which is down here. They're within the top 20. Okay, now out of those, there were two others here that I wanted to discuss that I created videos on pretty detailed. Ather as well as aiio.net. Aiio.net, they have the back-end infrastructure. You can, rent the computing power really for the small business enterprise, colleges to be able to use that computing power for their AI. It's a little more reasonable because they're using mainly those NVIDIA 3090, 4090s, but I think they have branched out and I think they provide some of the higher end as well. My price prediction there was a 3x to 10x, which would be at $2.70 to $27. A huge difference. I'm not sure how they're going to go. I own some because I own all of these, what I like, the back-end infrastructure, the render, the aiio.net, and one of my favorite, ATH, which I call that my sleeper pick. I've got a 10x to 20x, which is a $4.80 to $8.60. Why do I call it the sleeper pick? They have optimized the AI network of the higher end NVIDIA cards, the A100s and the H100s, but also and if you look at their numbers, they're impressive, and they also have a big foothold in the gaming space, decentralized gaming. And I like gaming, but I stay in what I know more the infrastructure. I don't know how to pick individual games. To me, that's just a crapshoot. I might as well just pick meme coins if I'm doing that, just because I don't know it. Many people do. They can make lots of money doing it. It's not me. So I think that's a huge pick because I believe they're doing great things in gaming as well as AI. And if you're going to target your applications and your solutions to those two markets, unbelievable. And they're not just saying it, they're doing it. Their numbers are impressive. So that's my favorite pick. So here are my favorites in total. I like ASI for the agents. That's the Fetch, Ocean Singularity merger. Render, of course, aiio.net, and Ather for infrastructure, those three specifically. And I may, if I add to my positions in any of those, it's going to be Ather. And I'm going to look more into PAL because they look interesting because they have those frontward facing AI bots. So that's it for the first review of the artificial intelligence category. I started because as I started digging in and I wanted to start investing, I realized some of these like Near didn't need to be on this AI list, and I didn't want to look at the big data ones. So I wanted to go through and figure out who, as you've seen, are actually in the AI space. They're either providing the infrastructure, those forward-facing agents, or they're helping to create or want to create an open source AI. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Check the description below. There'll be links to each one of the videos I've already done in depth on most of these coins. And let's make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.